Proverbs, the 31st chapter, and the 25th verse. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I do hope that you're doing better than yesterday. I am dedicating this video to my aunties, Luella and Mary. They were diagnosed 1 year after each other, 2014, 2015, and myself in 2016. The thought of losing both aunties to breast cancer, then being diagnosed myself, left me very vulnerable, and I felt lost. With those first words of hope that came from Miss Luella that day waiting in the exam room, "Don't cry unless you have to," those were the words she said to me. These words took me a long way, and I was so very thankful to have so much encouragement from all around me. So very, very thankful. I would like to read to you what is a woman of strength. A woman of strength lets her husband or others lead. A woman of strength works on changing herself. A woman of strength listens attentively. A woman of strength encourages and believes in others. A woman of strength is humble. A woman of strength focuses on others. A woman of strength has a others first attitude. A woman of strength edifies her husband and friends. A woman of strength is grateful for what she has. A woman of strength is joyful and content. A woman of strength lights up a room. A woman of strength serves others. A woman of strength delegates well and jumps in to help. A woman of strength knows God is always in control. Hello everyone, how are you doing today? So, where did we left off at? We left off at after the diagnosis and waiting for my husband to get home. So, I'm laying in the bed and it was quiet in the house. It was dark in the house, and all of a sudden, I'm laying in the bed and I'm asleep. I'm fully asleep at this time because I cried myself to sleep. And all of a sudden, the foot of my bed shook real hard, and I woke up because I thought that it was my husband that came home. But when I woke up and looked around, nobody was there. I was in a dark room. There was no one there. And as I lay back down, I kind of like paused a little bit. My face was sweaty or I had tears everywhere. I'm not sure, but I just remember being real hot or just I was wet all about the face. And I lay back down. I'm breathing hard because that did scare me. And so after that, immediately I had a thought that popped in my head. Luella Sanders, my auntie. That was the voice that I heard in the waiting area and waiting with the doctor in the room. That was the voice. Her voice was what I heard that day. And I lay back and I was thinking, because I've never really actually conversated much with Luella. I only sat back and watched her as a child. I would sit back and I would just watch her from across the church, or just, she didn't really talk much, but when she did talk, I admired her humbleness that she carried about herself. She had a very warm aura about herself, and I admired it from afar, but I admired it very much when I was growing up. And so when her voice came to me again, I was wondering, laying in the bed, and was thinking. And I was like, well, what does she mean by that? Don't cry unless you have to. Don't cry unless you have to. Don't cry unless you have to. And I was like, what point after the diagnosis that you don't want to hear do you not cry? So that boggled my mind for a long, long time. But I will say this, that after I sat there in that bed for so long thinking about what that meant, in that moment, it took that fear and uncertainty away from me, because I was hard thinking on what she meant by that. So within that time of thinking, and it took me a long time to just sit and just think about what she could have meant by that. And by that time, I had fell back to sleep, and my husband was coming through the house. I can hear him coming through the house. I woke up and he came into the bedroom. This video I dedicate to all my aunties, and to all my sisters, and my mother, and to all women of strength. To all my sisters still going through the storm, stay strong. Lean on God for His everlasting strength. Stay focused and never give up on yourself. Please, my dear, stay uplifted. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that it encourages and inspires. Please thumbs up and subscribe and share on your social medias. And remember, stay blessed, stay strong, stay focused, stay uplifted there. And I will see you again in the next video. It's little loud.